Welcome to NBA Imperialism, and today we have a special one because if you look at the map, you might notice things look a little bit different. It looks like there's only 12 teams on this map. It looks like there's only 12 teams in America, and it looks like the logos are a little bit different. Well, your eyes are not mistaken. We are doing the WNBA Imperialism Challenge, where we have the 12 teams that are currently in the WNBA, led by superstars like Brittany Griner and Sabrina Ionescu, and they are going to partake in imperialism to determine who is the best WNBA team in all of America. Now, if you don't know what imperialism is, it goes a little bit something like this. We're gonna go over to this button here, which is, nope, that's the wrong button. Wait, just hold on, I'm not. This button here, and we're gonna spin a wheel with every single team on it, and that's going to determine who is on the offensive for an imperialism video. And it looks like the Las Vegas Aces are the ones who land up on the map. So you go over to this wheel and you spin it, and this is going to determine the direction they're gonna go: north, south, east, west, northeast, southwest, whatever. And this looks like it's southwest. So you go over to the map, you look at the Las Vegas Aces, and you say, oh, you want to go southeast. That means that they're going to be wanting to take on the Los Angeles Sparks. So what's going to happen is there's going to be a 1v1 single elimination game. That's right, a single elimination game. Las Vegas Aces at the Los Angeles Sparks. Because the Sparks were the home team, they were the accepting team. The Aces were the offensive team. They would be the ones on the road. Whoever wins this game gets to steal the best player from the other team. So if the Sparks win, they get A'ja Wilson. If the Aces win, they get Ogwumike. And because I'm an expert when it comes to WNBA players and their names, there's going to be no problems in pronunciations of these very famous people. So once the winning team gets their player, their best player of my choosing also gets a 1 overall boost. So in this case, A'ja Wilson goes up to a 98 overall to a 99 overall, and then we do the second best player whenever they win a single elimination game versus whoever they play. Now let's say the Aces went east. They went after this state that I totally know that's right next to Nevada, that I'm not just killing time to tell you that it's actually Utah. Well, then when they go to Utah, they take it over. It becomes another territory of the Las Vegas Ace Empire, and instead of playing the single elimination game, they don't play that, but they still get the 1 overall point. If that was a little bit confusing, don't worry, stick around. It's all gonna make sense soon. So we'll go over here and we'll do the first spin of WNBA Imperialism, rhyming accidentally, and this will be the team that is on the offensive for the first time, and it is the LA Sparks, a team that we actually saw their roster and their lineup just before we started everything up in the example. So you look at the LA Sparks and you look at them on the map, and unlike the Lakers, for example, they don't have to go through 72 teams in their own stadium, but they are going to have to go through the Phoenix Mercury, and they are going to have to go through the Las Vegas Aces at some point, and the Aces have been overwhelming favorites for a while. They are stacked with talent, so good luck. And that's the one direction that the LA Sparks literally cannot go. There is no way for them to cross the Pacific Ocean. I'm sorry. Instead, they are going to be taking, that looks like the Phoenix Mercury to me, doesn't it? So we'll do a quick breakdown of their respective rosters. Jordan Canada versus Skylar Diggins-Smith, Brittany Sykes versus Diamond DeShields, Nneka Ogwumike versus Diana Taurasi. That's going to be a fun matchup. Chine Ogwumike versus Brianna Turner, and Jasmine Walker versus Brittany Griner. Total beatdown. And what we do when we have the 1v1 tournament games, because there's only 12 teams, that means there's only going to be, what, 10, 11 matches that we actually get to stick in and watch and see. We're going to watch the first few possessions of each game, and then if the games are close, we'll watch the final, 2-3 minutes, see if anything interesting or exciting happens. The difficulty is on Superstar because that's the best difficulty I found for CPU versus CPU, because the CPU sucks at playing each other. Diana Taurasi putting up the first points of the game, and I can only imagine using the WNBA players because they are shorter. The game is going to be even worse at CPU versus CPU, but maybe it's not. Maybe it'll be better. Who knows? Canada kicks it to Walker, who's dribbling. Brittany Griner picking her up defensively. Nothing happening. Yeah, no. WNBA gameplay is just as bad as the NBA CPU. Missed 3 there for the LA Sparks, and the overwhelming favorite Mercury are coming it the other way. DeShields dribbling the ball, being picked up by Person. Diggins-Smith now has the ball, dribbling, passes it. Taurasi, nothing to do, being picked up by Short Shorts. And just great here. Gets the screen. Brittany Griner, the biggest, best players on the Mercury, put them up 4-0. And you know what? We don't need to watch a highlight. We're going to skip right through this because Brittany Griner is a beast in the paint, and we'll just skim cast through and I expect the Mercury to completely blow out the Sparks, but we got a good one here. Back and forth game here going into halftime. Sparks are actually up in the third quarter. Not expecting that at all. The Sparks are a much less talented team, but it looks like they have a 3-point lead, 5 minutes left, 5-point lead, 5-point lead, 7-point lead. What is happening? This Sparks team has nowhere near the talent. 6-point lead, 2 minutes, 19 seconds left. Did Diana Taurasi foul out? Did Brittany Griner foul out? I don't think Griner did because she's right there. Biggest player on the court right now, Diggin Smith, bringing the ball up the other way for the losing Phoenix Mercury. And what's the play? It's just dribble and then speed burst and then layup down to a 4-point game. Sparks call a timeout. If there was ever a way to completely show my lack of WNBA knowledge, this would be it. I can tell you everything about the NBA as Sykes goes in, draws the foul. Okay. Like, I'm watching summer league games where guys who played 2.5 minutes in the NBA, I know everything about their career stats, but I cannot tell you a single thing about WNBA players. Like, I know Brittany Griner because of obvious reasons, and then Diana Taurasi is a big name. I don't know what she does. Does she shoot well? Does she dribble? I don't know. Anyway, enough real talk, as it is a 5-point lead for the Sparks. Once again, layup from the point guard, but Brittany Griner grabs the offensive rebound, cleans up that mess, down a 3-point game. Sparks struggling to find some defense, and they've been holding this lead, but the Mercury not going away, hanging around. It looks like they may have a chance to win this one still. Tolliver grabs a screen, not a good one. She's right in the post. She's laying it up. She's missing, grabbing her own rebound. She does not, as Brittany Griner tips it to her teammate Diggin Smith, who's coming the other way. 3-point deficit, 1 possession game. What do the Mercury have? 3-pointer, Taurasi misses. And Walker grabs the rebound. Finally, Brittany Griner doesn't get the offensive glass. Agwumike kicking it to Tolliver. And the Sparks probably need about 2 more scores to really concrete hold on to this victory. Tolliver, open, shot, miss, rebound, shot, and there's the first layup, back up to a 5-point game. The Sparks are going to upset the Mercury? Question mark. There's still 53 seconds left, but the Mercury need a response on the offensive end. That 3 from Diana Taurasi would have really helped. Now Diggin Smith completely clearing out, isoing up, point guard on point guard, floater, and she makes it. Okay, tough shot, but it does in fact go in, as Diggin Smith is a beast. At least beasting on the point guard for the Sparks, who I think is Tolliver. I'm not sure. I wasn't watching the defender. Here's Tolliver running the Sparks offense. 3-point deficit, or lead, I guess. Dribbling, gets a screen, shoots, open, 3, dagger, bang! And the Mercury need a timeout. Wow, that was a huge shot. Put them up 6. I can't believe the Mercury are going to lose. They have 2 90s on their team. I think there's only 2 80s on the LA Sparks team. Their simulation was horrible. They went like 0-11 before this game was played. And here is an open 3, missed. Not really open, 9% covered. And it looks like the LA Sparks are going to go on to win. We'll watch these free throws in like one more desperation 3. If that goes in, there's always still a chance for the Mercury. But it looks like the upset is real. And who's got the higher overall? Is it Brittany Griner or is it Diana Taurasi? Who's the better player? And time is running out. 8 seconds left. 3, miss, tip, pass, 3. Too little, too late. Even if that goes in, the Phoenix Mercury are the first team to get upset. Brittany Griner had a strong game, 17-13. Diana Taurasi, 12, 4, and 9. Not great, but not terrible, just kind of mediocre, which is not what you expect from somebody who's a 92 overall. Skylar Diggin Smith was pretty good. Shea Petty was okay, but looking at the LA Sparks, Chiney Agwumike was a beast, 18-6. Christy Tolliver was a beast, 18 points in 20 minutes. Jasmine Walker gave you 17-11, and the other Agwumike gave you 13-10. A really balanced team effort from this undermanned LA Sparks squad. Am I using an old roster? Why is Breanna Stewart not on the Liberty? I used a roster that's supposed to be updated daily, and Breanna Stewart is not on the Liberty right now. Did this just happen? They're 18 games into the season. Who made this fucking roster? Hey, hello, hi, me here. From the future. The roster I was using, it says it's updated daily. It's not, clearly. The only time I picked it up though was when Sabrina Ionescu was not on the same team as Brianna Stewart. That's my fault. But the fact that there's a freaking roster out there for the WNBA that's the most downloaded roster that says updated daily, that's the wrong roster, beyond infuriating. So anyway, we are restarting with the teams. I know, I apologize, but we are going to be going through and spinning and starting from the beginning again. It's unfortunate. It stinks. That game that was epic with the LA Sparks pulling off this miraculous upset is the first game of the entire video gone. So I apologize for that, but we will be having the Las Vegas Aces being the first team on the offensive. And what direction do the Aces want to go? We spin this and they want to go north. Well, when you say Aces and you look north, there's two states. There's Oregon, and Idaho. And I think because it's leaning slightly to the right, it's going to be Idaho. So we'll give them a little bit of red. We'll increase the Las Vegas Aces Empire, and we'll make sure they get their overall points on the correct freaking roster. Which means Asia Wilson is going to be getting a 1 overall boost up to a 97 overall. Behind her is Candace Parker. You got Kelsey Plum, Chelsea Gray, Jackie Young, Raquana Williams, Alicia Clark, Sydney Colson, Kia Stokes, and Kirsten Bell behind her. Going over to the wheel, continuing on, and like I said, you don't remove any players normally, or any teams normally. In round 1, I make sure that everybody gets a single go, but because there's so few teams already on this wheel, 12 is fine. We'll just let everybody go in order, no repeats. And the next up team is going to be the Dallas Wings, and Dallas has literally no teams around them, which is a surprise. Normally they have to go, any Texas team has to fight tooth and nail just to survive Texas, but we'll go ahead and we'll spin the wheel, and the Dallas Wings are going to be going directly east. That to me looks like I'm gonna lean towards Louisiana with this, just kind of my gut instinct on how this is gonna break out better. So we'll give them the boot. We'll give them Louisiana. Normally there's the New Orleans Pelicans there, but there is not this time. A little bit of a logo boost, and the 1 overall point is gonna go to Arike Ogunbowale. Ogunbowale? I should look up how to say these people's names so I don't look like an idiot. You know what? I'm not going to. 91 overall. Behind her is Sato Sabali. You got Natasha Howard, Diamond Shields, Crystal Dangerfield, Tiara McGowan, Lou Lopez Senechal, Jasmine Dickey, she's my favorite, Veronica Burton, and Awak Kuir. Names. We're only going to be saying these freaking once. Shuffle the wheel and we'll see who's the next team that's going to go on the offensive. Maybe we'll get the first official showdown of WNBA Imperialism, as the Chicago Sky are going to be the next team. And there is a chance they take on the Indiana Fever. Other than that, just a whole bunch of overall point opportunities for their team. And we'll go ahead and spin to win. Which way do you want to go? And my prayers have been answered. The first team, the first showdown of WNBA Imperialism is going to be the Chicago Sky at the Indiana Fever. Quick look at the Sky. They're led by the 85 overall Kalia Copper. You have Courtney Williams behind her, Elizabeth Williams, Marina Mabry, Dana Evans, Rebecca Gardner, Isabel Harrison, Morgan Birch, Christine Anigwe, and Elena Smith. And for the Fever, led by Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, Erica Wheeler, Nalissa Smith, Victoria Vivians, Christy Wallace, Queen Egbo, Lexi Hole, Maya Caldwell, and Victoria Saxton. Okay. I have to guess, I'm going to lean towards the Sky, but Courtney Williams, 80 overall versus Erica Wheeler, 80 overall. Then you got Kelsey Mitchell, 83 up on Marina Mabry. Then you got Clea Copper, 85 up on Victoria Vivians. Then you got Nalissa Smith versus Morgan Birch. And then Elizabeth Williams versus Aaliyah Boston, also going to be a fun matchup. Who do you got? Who do you think's going to win? Why is this screen broken? I'm in accidentally, and the first tip-off of WNBA Imperialism officially, since we watched an incredible game that didn't count, goes to the Indiana Fever. And they kick the ball up to Mitchell, who's triple threading, standing around, not doing anything, just like in real life, just like in the NBA Imperialism videos. The gameplay, awful. Wheeler, open shot, doesn't take it, passes it. Mitchell accepts the screen, pulls up for 3, misses baby, and Mabry grabs the rebound. Here she comes up the other way, being picked up by the defense. What sort of offense do the Chicago Sky have in store? She's dribbling. And it's a broken play already. Well, okay. Williams has the ball now. Pin down screen. Doesn't get accepted. already at this end of the shot clock. 2, 1, jacks up, horrible shot. Nothing good is happening. Vivians grabs a rebound. Why are we watching this gameplay? CPU on CPU is always horrible, atrocious, offensive, and especially when the teams are bad. There's no 90 overalls playing. Smith, switch on defense, has the size, has the mismatch, doesn't take it. Open 3, again, in and out. Just like every single shot, as this game is probably going to end 3-0. Mabry bringing the ball up the court and passes it. And Birch with a dribble handoff. Bunch of movement, bunch of, ooh, backdoor cut. The first score of the game goes to the Chicago Sky. And thank you, heaven, because we are hopping into Simcast and not going to be watching any more of this unless the game is close, in which it is. Oh boy, looks like the Fever are up here in the third quarter, going to the fourth quarter with about a 20-point lead. And thank the heavens we don't have to watch CPU play the CPU as the Fever blow out the Chicago Sky by 17. The box score, Kelsey Mitchell, 28 and 5. What a game for her. Erica Wheeler gave you a strong 20 and 11. Aaliyah Boston gave you 12 and 12. As for the Chicago Sky, only one player came to play, and that was Courtney Williams. The rest, not great. They only had 5 players in double figures. And the Fever pick it up Kalia Copper to be their 85 overall small forward, while Aaliyah Boston gets up to an 85 also as their starting center. I don't love the team, but they do have 480 overalls, which is, I guess, pretty good as far as this roster is concerned. Like the New York Liberty, obviously they're going to be the overwhelming favorites. And you look at the rest, 90 and then a whole bunch of 70s for the Lynx. You got 2 90s and an 84 for the Mercury. You got 190, then 2 80s for the Mystics. So the rosters are interesting. There's a lot of potential and a lot of opportunity for upset. And say, unfortunately, the first team eliminated are the Chicago Sky as the Indiana Fever Imperial Army grows just a little bit. Make sure that they're popped off the wheel. Thank you. Goodbye as the spinner gets thinner. Next team that's going to be on the offensive is the Connecticut Sun. And we look at them on the map. We'll go over, press this button, and we'll say, you know what, Connecticut, you theoretically could take on New York, or you could have a whole bunch of overall points. So pick and choose wisely, but we'll spin to win which way they gonna go. And they just want to take on New York directly. They say, Connecticut, New York, we're coming for you. Quick peek at their roster. They're led by Dewana Boner, Alyssa Thomas, Brianna Jones, Tiffany Hayes, Natisha Heidemann, Tiasha Harris, Dijonai Carrington, Rebecca Allen, Olivia Nelson-Ododa, and Lauren Cox. She's my favorite on the team. And of course, the New York Liberty are led by the 3-point champion / queen of the world, Sabrina Ionescu. But Brianna Stewart and Jonquel Jones are way better than she is already, but she's younger and has the future of the WNBA on her side, whatever. And then you have Courtney Vandersloot. This New York Liberty team is ridiculously stacked. Behind them, you have Betnijah Laney, Marina Johannes, Kayla Thornton, Han Shu, Stephanie Dolson, and Epiphany Prince. And I think this is going to be a blow up, but you never know. It's a 1v1 winner take all tournament. You got Heidemann versus Vandersloot. That's a blowout. Ionescu versus Hayes. That's a blowout. Dewana Boner versus Betnijah Laney. That's the one upside for the Sun. Then Alyssa Thomas versus Brianna Stewart. Oof. And Jonquel Jones versus Brianna Jones. Oof. So 4 out of the 5 positions are overwhelming smackdown, beatdown favorites for this Liberty team, but you never know. We'll see who's going to win the tip, who's going to start WA Imperialism in the Northeast. And hey, the underdog Sun do in fact win the tip. Heidemann kicks it. Boner has it. Is it Bonner? I don't care. I'm going to say it. Hayes pulls up for a long 3 and splashes. Wow. First bucket of the game, and the underdog Connecticut Sun doing what they do best, and that's make it rain. Vandersloot dribbling the ball. Has a significant mismatch here, but is she going to be able to take advantage? I want to see Brianna Stewart go to work. I want to see Sabrina Ionescu splash from 3. What is the play? It's pass around, dribble, do nothing, get 1 screen with 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Sabrina Ionescu for 3, misses. What is this, a fake video? Heidemann coming the other way, being picked up by, oh my God, what's happening to your hair, Courtney? Oh my gosh. I don't know what's happening, but the CPU is breaking people's hair. 2K did not know how to do female hair, so they just fucked it all up. And Heidemann loses the ball, picks it back up. And Boner now has it, gonna set a screen. Every single possession going down to 2 seconds left in the shot clock, which is great because that just means I have to fill time talking about players that I don't know. Jones has the ball, can't get to Vandersloot. My favorite name to say. She's dribbling. What's the play? It's a pin down for Jones, who's the center. Can't shoot the three. And then Brianna Stewart gets it and passes it back to the point guard. Literally every play sucks. Laney for three. Miss. It's just like, I wish there was real basketball being played here. Why is that so hard to do? You can run plays that work. You can have a game that actually works. Instead, Heidemann doesn't know how to run a simple screen and roll, and they just pass the ball around for 20 seconds. The shot clock runs out, and then they put up a horrible shot, and you hope that somebody gets the offensive rebound. Oh, somebody made a contested jumper. That's good enough for me. We're hopping into Simcast. We're watching the Connecticut Sun blow out the Liberty, but the Liberty are fighting back here going into the third quarter, and they do take the lead going into the fourth. We got a back and forth game here. 7 minutes left. High scoring affair. Connecticut Sun trying to pull off the huge upset against the overwhelming favorite New York Liberty. Back and forth, back and forth. This is going to be one of those games that we hop in. 2-point lead for the Liberty. You know what? We're hopping in as a tie game. 122, 2 minutes, 17 seconds left. Do the Sun have what it takes to pull off the upset? Or are the favorite Liberty going to finish strong? Vandersloot has the ball, gets the screen, doesn't do anything with it, trying to dribble, kind of goes around, has a weird sort of jump shot floater, misses, grabs her own rebound, puts it back up, misses again, and Carrington comes down with the board. Connecticut Sun struggling to find offense. They haven't scored in 36 minutes straight, but Carrington looking to change all that. Boner now has the ball being picked up by Crazy Hair. Who passes it? I love that 2K doesn't know how to do hair. Carrington taking an open but off-balance shot. Misses, and Brianna Stewart is coming the other way. Her hair looking crazy as well. They still haven't figured out how to do long hair in video games, but Vandersloot running the offense. And what is the play? It's a simple screen and roll. Rolling, nothing. Vandersloot forcing the issue. Dribbling, driving, jump shot, misses. Bad shot, bad possession, or do you call it good defense? The Connecticut Sun bringing the ball up the other way. Harris has it now. Tie game, 1 minute, 20 seconds left. Harris trying to dribble, trying to ISO. No ball movement. Finally gives it to Cox, who gives it to Boner. Boner looking for an entry pass to Cox. Can't get it to Cox. Now is just letting time run out. Boner with no time left. Pulls up for a long two and makes it. Why was she left so wide open? DeWanna Boner with 27 minutes, 17 points. One of the better performers for the Connecticut Sun. Now Vandersloot needs to find an answer for this team. The New York Liberty getting desperate here. Sabrina dribbling, pump faking, doesn't get a screen. No offense being run. Dribble handoff. Back to Vandersloot. Back to dribbling. Back to isoing. Nothing doing. Puts up a layup. Makes it. Back to a tie game. 48.5 seconds left. Not a great possession, but points are points. And Vandersloot needs what Vandersloot can get. She's dribbling now. And Harris kicks it to Cox, who kicks it back because this is the play. Who's just completely isoing, dribbling, putting up a horrible shot, getting blocked, but it's out of bounds. Sun ball, 37 seconds left. Screen coming in, 4, 3, 2. Harris gonna have to put something up. Hair flowing, shot, banks it. Did she call glass? Because the bank is open. What a huge shot, and the New York Liberty crowd is completely quiet. How will they respond? The fans are standing, and I can't see anything that's happening. Get your hand out of the shot, sir. Why can't I see anything? Vandersloot looking to run some offense here. Final possession for the New York Liberty. If they don't make this, she puts up a horrible shot, gets blocked, grabs her own rebound, dribbling, looks open, lays it up, ties the game. 12 seconds left. Connecticut Sun call a timeout. I have to change the camera. Just like the fans continue to stand and get in my way, so we're just gonna have to watch it like this. It's less dramatic, I know, but Harris kisses it off the glass. 6 seconds left. No timeouts for the Liberty. How are they gonna respond? 3, 2, 1. Desperation 3 for the win. Missed. And the New York Liberty get upset by the Connecticut Sun. 128-126. Wow. On their home court. Who let them down? Sabrina Ionescu, 5 points, 7 rebounds, 13 assists, but only 2 of 6 from the field. Vandersloot had a good game, 17-11. Jonquel Jones had a good one, 18-11. Brianna Stewart gave you 25 and 7. Betnijah Laney gave you 25. What happened? It was a team effort led by Taisha Harris, 21 and 8, 18 for Thomas, 17 for Boner, 13 and 12 for Nelson Odota. And Brianna Stewart, first season in New York, she's already come over to the Connecticut Sun and been their best player, now 96 overall, but because of the way the rules work, the overall point goes to DeWanna Boner, who's an 87 overall. They have sort of a logjam at this power forward, small forward position. Could really use some guard help, but that is a problem for future Connecticut Sun as The New York Liberty were upset and eliminated by a team with no 90 overalls. They have 490 overalls, and they were still not good enough to oust the Connecticut Sun. That's a huge upset, man. I was not predicting that at all, but that is the way of WNBA imperialism, baby, as the Phoenix Mercury look to be the next team on the offensive end. Down here in the Southwest, it's a little bit of a logjam. You got the Aces, you got the Sparks, and you got the Mercury, but we'll see what direction does the wheel have in store as we spin to win. Which way do the Mercury go? And they're going after some overall points. I cannot blame them. I'm just going to give them New Mexico, not be too weird about it. Something like that and like that. Make sure that the Mercury logo grows just a bit, and we'll go over and give them their 1 overall point, led by Diana Taurasi, who's now going to be a 92 overall. Brittany Griner behind her is the other 90. They have 184 overall, and Skylar Diggins-Smith, and then the rest are 70s. Mariah Jefferson, Sophie Cunningham, Brianna Turner, Michelle Onyenwere, Michaela Onyenwere. Michaela Onyenwere. I'm going with that. Shea Petty, Megan Gustafson, and Elvina Westbrook. Elvina, same thing, close enough. We'll go over to the wheel, we'll spin again and see who's going to go on the offensive, who wants to get some overall points. There are 48 continental states in America and only 10, now 11, now 10 WNBA teams. So everybody is going to have a go. Atlanta Dream, I don't think that we've seen them before, but they are surrounded by a whole bunch of opportunity, a whole bunch of overall points. So we'll go ahead and spin the arrow and see what direction are the Atlanta Dream gonna go, and they want to go directly north. I'm fine with that. I will have to give them a weird shape. I'm going with North Carolina. Split right down the middle. Could be South Carolina, could be Tennessee. I'm going with North Carolina. Boom, boom, something like that. No logo size change, but they are going to be getting their 1 overall boost, and that goes to Ryan Howard, now up to an 87 overall forward. Behind her is Cheyenne Parker, Alicia Gray, and then the 70s, Danielle Robinson, Ari McDonald, Monique Billings, Naz Hillman, Nia Coffey, Isa Durr, and Haley Jones. Next team that's going to go on the offensive for WA Imperialism, and because there's so few teams, it kind of feels like the wheel is already getting to the final stretches. That's just what it happens when there's only 12 professional WNBA teams. Looking at the Minnesota Lynx next, and they're another team with only overall points surrounding them. So we'll go ahead and spin the arrow and see what state do they want to take over, because regardless of where they go, they're getting an overall boost. And here's the argument, right? You see the wheel, it's going a little bit north and a little bit west, like just enough west to justify saying that if the Minnesota Lynx were right here, that would be North Dakota, right? Right? I'm glad you agree with me. I'm glad you're on my side, because that's my opinion and I'm sticking to it. And we'll go ahead and give them an overall point, led by Nafisa Collier. She's going up to a 91 overall. Behind her, a whole bunch of 70s. Caleb McBride, Ariel Powers, Diamond Miller, Lindsay Allen, Natalie Achanwa, Tiffany Mitchell, Rachel Banham, Jessica Shepard, and Bridget Carlton. Not a great team, but if they can pick up a couple of 80s overall, get some depth on their team, they're going to be pretty good. But we'll go ahead and keep on spinning the wheels, see who's going to go next. Is it the Indiana Fever yet again? They were on the defensive last time. Now they're going to be on the offensive this time. Where are the Fever going to go? They've taken out Chicago, and they have overall points as well. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of busy work, a lot of overall points. 48 states, 12, now 10 teams. A lot of teams are going to be getting valuable players, valuable assets, and it looks like they're going to get Missouri. Something like that. Starting to build a little wall across America here are the Fever, and we'll make sure that's, I guess, yeah, Kalia Copper doesn't get the overall point, but Aaliyah Boston does. She's now the highest rated player on the team at 86 overall. Kind of hoping for a showdown, a potential matchup of WNBA teams, because it's getting lonely here. It's getting a little like we're doing busy work here while I'm trying to play and have some fun. The Washington Mystics are the next team up, and they're another team who only has states around them for them to take. So we'll just go ahead and spin the wheel. What direction are they going to go? It's south. It's Virginia. Boom, something like that. A little bit of a logo boost, and Maryland/Washington now takes over Virginia, and Elena Del Don up to a 95 overall. Behind her is the 85 overall Ariel Atkins, the 83 overall Natasha Cloud, and then the 70 Shakira Austin, Shatori Walker Kimbrough, Brittany Sykes, Christy Tolliver, Misha Hines Allen, Amanda Zahui B, and Tiana Hawkins. Again, no teams coming off the wheel for round 1 or the only round of WNBA Imperialism. And who's gonna go next? The Atlanta Dream, the Seattle Storm. There is a chance that somebody's going to play somebody here at some point. The Seattle Storm do have the Las Vegas Aces that they're going to have to go through, or they could take Oregon. Those are the two options for them. The only problem is the Aces are one of the better teams in the WNBA, so we'll see what direction do the Seattle Storm end up going. Spin the wheel, and they are taking on the Aces. Yep. Well, got to tell you, the Seattle Storm team is not very good, and without Brianna Stewart, they're even worse. But you're led by an 86 overall Jewel Lloyd, and then you have the Sammy Whitcomb, Kian Nurse, Yvonne Turner, Izzy McBeggar, Mercedes Russell, Araya Guriantes, Kayla Charles, Jordan Hurston, and Dolce Fankin Menjajao. This one's going to be a blowout. Sammy Whitcomb versus Kelsey Plum. Chelsea Gray versus Jewel Lloyd is the only good matchup. Then you have Kian Nurse versus Jackie Young. Oof. Candace Parker versus Izzy McBeggar. Oof. And then Mercedes Russell versus Asia Wilson. Oof. I think hands down across the board that Las Vegas Aces have the better players, have the better team. But we saw with the New York Liberty, that doesn't always matter. Somebody's going to have that Miami Heat culture, grit and grind. They're going to say, you know what? It doesn't matter that you have the better players. We have the better staff. We have the better coaches. We have the better momentum. But it is a winner-take-all single elimination game, and let's see who wins this one. First play goes to the underdog, Seattle Storm. Open 3 for Lloyd, and she splashes, and this is exactly how you want to start the game when you're the underdogs. Put the Las Vegas Aces on their back. Here comes, I believe, Kelsey Gray, was that her name? Bringing the ball up the court for the Aces, kicking it to Plum. I see Asia Wilson in the post. Looks like it's a mismatch. Not going to get her the ball. Kelsey Gray almost steps out of bounds. Dribbles, gets the screen, still dribbling. There's Candace Parker. Oh, okay. I see. Candace Parker's there. Asia Wilson's on the other side. Candace Parker on the glass, puts up the offensive board. Quick 3-2 game, and we'll probably hop into Simcast after the next score. But I believe Jewel Lloyd is bringing the ball up the court. Passes it to Whitcomb for the dribble handoff. Goes around the corner and just gets an easy 2 points. No defense is being played in this matchup. But we are hopping into Simcast, and the Aces have a huge lead in the second quarter. Going to halftime with a huge lead. Going into the third quarter with a huge lead. And that is all she wrote. Maybe if we Simcasted the entire game, it would have been closer. But 138-91 is a beat down. Asia Wilson, monstrous. Chelsea Gray, monstrous. Jackie Young, incredible. Candace Parker with the triple-double, 15, 18, and 12. For the Seattle Storm, Jewel Lloyd was kind of their best player. Yvonne Turner showed up, but that was really it. Not a team effort. Yeah, the Seattle Storm just fell short. And coming over is Jewel Lloyd from the Seattle Storm. Backup shooting guard, I guess, to Chelsea Gray, but the 1 overall boost is going to Asia Wilson, now up to a 98. Overall, 1 point away from being officially the first 9-9 overall WNBA player. And unfortunately, that means that the Seattle Storm have been eliminated from the map as the Las Vegas Aces are starting to take over the West Coast. Going over to the wheel and say, thank you, Seattle Storm, but you have been eliminated, gone from the wheel as the spinner gets thinner. And I want to say there's like 9 teams left. One of those teams is, in fact, the Los Angeles Sparks. And we'll go over and take a quick peek at them on the map. They can go after Oregon, however y'all want to pronounce that. They can go after the Mercury, who is going to be tough, and the Las Vegas Aces, who we just seen are very tough as well. But we'll go ahead, spin the arrow, see what direction do the Sparks want to go. And I think this is the Mercury. I'm good with that. We're not going to watch the Aces 2 games in a row. Phoenix Mercury, LA Sparks, who you got? Jordan Canada versus Mariah Jefferson. Lexi Brown versus Skylar Diggins Smith is going to be a mismatch. And then Nyeka Agwamike versus Diana Taurasi. That's going to be fun. Dearica Hambry versus Brianna Turner. That's actually the one point where the Sparks have a mismatch. And then China Agwamike versus Brittany Griner going to be probably a beatdown as well. I fully expect the Phoenix Mercury to take care of business. But you never know. Single elimination games. Here we are with the tip. Brittany Griner with the height advantage goes up for the jump ball and does win the tip. Phoenix Mercury, the overwhelming favorites. The home team have the ball. Here's Skylar Diggins Smith dribbling. And what is the play? Looks like it's a Spain pick and roll. Going long 2, short 2, makes it, doesn't matter. And the Phoenix Mercury have the first lead of the game. How is Brown and the Sparks going to respond? Why is the commentators all male? It's the WNBA. This game is sexist confirmed. Got a couple of screens being run here. Open three for Canada. What does she do with it? Dribbles right into the paint, puts up the layup, and yet another game of WNBA CPU versus CPU. No defense being played. Skylar Diggins-Smith has the ball coming up the other way. What sort of offense do the Phoenix Mercury have? Is it give it to Diana Taurasi, and clear the F out? Kind of looks like it. Gonna get a screen. Two best players on the Mercury playing the 1-2 game. And Brittany Griner just goes in, bullies, overpowers. And it is a quick 4-2 lead for the favorite Mercury. Going into Simcast, and it's a back and forth game here. Going into the second quarter, and the Sparks have a big lead. Wow, 39-point second quarter. Hold on, slow down. What is happening? We had a competitive first quarter. The Sparks blew out the second quarter, and then they got destroyed, doubled up in the third quarter. And now it is all she wrote all over the Phoenix Mercury coming off that 42-19 third quarter win. The Sparks try to put up a fight, but too little, too late as they fall by 8 points. That was a weird one. Brittany Griner was a monster, 26-19. Skylar Diggins-Smith gave you 20-6. Sophie Cunningham gave you 19. Diana Taurasi only 13-7, but good enough to win this one. As Nneka Ogwumike gives you 20-10. Dearica Hamby gives you 17. The other Ogwumike gives you 17. Jasmine Thomas gave you 16. Laisha Clarendon gave you 15. Pretty good game from the Sparks. They fought, they scratched, they clawed, but they came up short. So she's not the highest rated player in the team, but she fills a position of need. I'm bringing over Jasmine Thomas to be the point guard for the Phoenix Mercury, and then giving Diana Taurasi that 1 overall boost, now up to a 93 overall. Her and Brittany Griner form a very lethal duo. Go over to the map and say thank you, Los Angeles, but you have been eliminated. As Phoenix, it's now looking like the West Coast is going to be Phoenix versus the Aces, and then we got to figure out a little bit of the East Coast, and there's a whole bunch of Middle America that has not been claimed just yet, but the LA Sparks have been eliminated from the wheel, gone as the spinner gets thinner. Next team that's going to be up is the Atlanta Dream, and I believe the Dream are just looking for states. They could hypothetically, theoretically take on the Mystics, but that's going to be unlikely because we have a lot of busy work to do here. We have a lot of overall points to hand out while we get down to the final stretches of this Imperialism challenge, and I'm going to give them Tennessee. Easy enough, something like that, making a big old T right there in Southeastern America, and the 1 overall point going to go to Ryan Howard. Now up to an 88 overall. Coming on back, going to the wheel. Who's going to go next? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams on the wheel. The Minnesota Lynx look like they want to be next. Have they had a go yet? I'm not sure they have. They had one. They took over, what is that, North Dakota or whatever. But Minnesota, going to spin the wheel. Can't go north because Canada is there. They're going to go directly south, and they're going to be taking over. I could give them Iowa. I could, but I'm not going to. I'm going to give them South Dakota and make sure that they get the 1 overall point to Nafisa Collier. Now up to a 92 overall, and we'll go over and just keep on keeping on. This is how NBA, WNBA, whatever imperialism works. We just keep spinning to winning, and who's going to go next? The Dallas Wings are going to go next, and we'll just spin the wheel. We don't really need to look at their map. They want to go a direction that they literally can't go. Well, then maybe that is a problem. Maybe we need to spin the wheel again. Is there any argument for the Mercury? I don't think so. So we'll go ahead, spin this, and that looks to me like Oklahoma, right? Give them that really horrid looking lime green. Grow their logo just a smidge and give the 1 overall point to Arike, 92 overall. That works for me. Continuing on and spinning the wheels, and who's going to go next? There's going to be about 30 overall points total that are going to be handed out as the Minnesota Lynx look to repeat in their steps, and we'll just spin the wheel because we've just looked at them. We just saw them 10 seconds ago, and they're trying to go a direction that they can't go. Can I make an argument for Montana? I think I can. All right, check it. Let's say they were right here. They just claimed South Dakota, spun the wheel, and they're like, oh, well, now let's go this way. That's a Montana play, isn't it? Boom, 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 and boom. Minnesota starting to look menacing. 1 overall point to Collier, up to a 93 overall. She's starting to get to be a pretty damn good basketball player, if you ask me. Gonna shuffle and spin and see who's gonna go next. The Atlanta Dream. Why is it the same teams? Why do the same teams keep going? Maybe it should have been Connecticut. Maybe it could have been Indiana. They haven't gone in a while, but no, it's just Atlanta and then Minnesota. and then Dallas, and then Atlanta, and then Minnesota. It's fine. We've seen Atlanta. They're a T, okay? I'm not mad. You're mad. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. I'm going to give them South Carolina. Boom, something like that. And we finally have connected up the Atlanta Dream territory, so they are getting a logo boost. And, of course, Ryan Howard now going to be a 99, 89, I wish 99, overall. And just keeping and going and going and keeping. There's only 8 teams left. Las Vegas Aces, Phoenix Mercury. I don't think they've actually gone. They were the recipients of the last time they played. So we'll take a quick peek because they took over California, which is a very coveted state. A lot of electoral votes there. They could take on the Wings. They could take on the Aces. There's a couple of empty states. We will see. Spin, spin, spin to win. Which way do you want to go? And they want to go the one direction that they can't go. There's no argument for anywhere. Yeah, you're going to have to spin again. Sorry, Phoenix. Sorry, Mercury. Sorry, Venus. Ooh, is that a Dallas Wings play? It could be either. It could be either. I'm going to say we look at the logo right now, see where it is. The Phoenix Mercury want to take out Texas. They just took out the biggest state, at least politically. Now they're going after the biggest state geographically. Don't tell me it's Alaska. I know that. I think this one's going to be another one of those beat downs, but you got Jasmine Thomas versus Crystal Dangerfield. Skylar Diggins-Smith versus Arike Ogunbowale is going to be good, but then Diana Taurasi versus Diamond DeShields. Natasha Howard versus Michaela Onyenwere. And then Brittany Griner versus Satu Sabali. Going to be okay, but Brittany Griner, for the most part, is the most dominant, at least center in the NBA, WNBA right now. But we will see. Will she win the tip? Ooh, Phoenix rocking the fun purple and orange jerseys, and Brittany Griner does win the tip. The new pickup Thomas brings the ball up the court, kicks it immediately to Diana Taurasi, and that's not a bad idea. Let Diana Taurasi cook. Has an open three. Taking it, passing it. Onyenwere, passing it. Skylar Diggins-Smith with the longest three of my life, and she made it. Okay. Yo, this Superstar difficulty is unreal. If this is Hall of Fame, everybody's missing their shots, but on Superstar, they're making it. Here's Dangerfield. Has an open corner three. Doesn't take it. Like, the player DeShields is there for the three, but whatever. It's fine. Nothing happened. Still nothing happening. Dribbling on the perimeter. Three for Ogunbowale. Misses really badly. Wide open, and just the worst shot I've ever seen in my life. And Onyenwere coming the other way. Now gives it to Skylar Diggins-Smith. Why are the names so difficult to say? I don't know. Here comes Skylar with the little floater, the little runner, and she misses. 3-0, 1 minute into this one. Here comes Ogunbowale, dribbling, isoing, nothing. Players are running off screens. She just standing, kicks it to the post. Howard with the drop step, whatever that's called, misses. And Diana Taurasi coming the other way. Really boring game. Not a lot happening here. Should we just skip this because I've been saying names incorrectly? Diana Taurasi, dribbling hard, driving hard, puts up the shot, misses, gets her own rebound, puts it back up, misses again, and here comes Ryan Howard coming the other way. 8.5 minutes into this one. Howard dribbling the ball. Howard kicking it to Dangerfield. Nothing happening. Satu Sabali playing point center. Dangerfield going around the corner, gets a layup, puts it up, 2 points easy. It's 3-2. And we're hopping into Simcast because CPU versus CPU, when the players aren't 90 overall, stinks. The Wings have a 20-point lead? Yo, what is happening? It's down to 10, but my God, the Wings have no talent whatsoever. Brittany Griner, Diana Taurasi, the new point guard, I forgot her name, are getting whooped. What is this beatdown? Look at this score. The Mercury are going to get destroyed, annihilated. Wow, the Wings just said, this is our house. We're defending home court, and they win by 17, 122-105. Natasha Howard kicked.
That dramatic move inside. That's our 2K drive.
Really made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty.
Natasha Howard kicked ass, 20-10. Arike Ogunbowale gave you 19-7. Satu Sabali gave you 16-8. Did she outplay Brittany Griner? Veronica Burton, 14 points in 14 minutes. Wow, yeah, they just did not play well. Diana Taurasi went 6 of 19 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3. Brittany Griner had a good one, 18 and 16, but that was it. How did the new point guard do? I don't even see her here. What was her name? Jasmine Thomas gave you 12 and 11. She was good, but the superstars did not play like superstars play. Diana Taurasi disappointing games. Was not expecting that, but Diana Taurasi is coming over, 93 overall, gonna be the highest overall player for 1 second while we give Ogunbowale that 1 overall boost. She's also a 93 overall, and Satu Sabali played pretty well against Brittany Griner, who's got like 7 overall points on her. So not bad, as the Phoenix Mercury get upset by a team that's much lesser in talent than they are overall. But man, they just played a great team game, and they have taken over Southwest America. I was not expecting the Mercury to get whooped that bad, but that's the way WNBA Imperialism baby is all about, and the Washington Mystics look to be the next team up as the Mercury were eliminated. Take a quick peek at them on the map. We haven't played with them for a while. I think they took over Virginia for a second, but we'll go ahead, spin the wheel, see what direction do the Mystics want to go. Are they going to go right after the Atlanta Dream, or can we make an argument for West Virginia? I'm going to make the argument. They're right here. This is where Washington, D.C. is. You look at the arrow, it's right there. That's good enough for me. So we'll go ahead. There's a lot of states in America, man. We got to give out these territories sooner rather than later. So 1 overall point, logo boost in size like that, and go over to the roster and say, I guess Elena Del Don is going to be up to 196 overall. Pretty good leader for their team. Unfortunately, they're not as good as a team like the Las Vegas Aces are, for example. I would say the New York Liberty, but they got whooped so early in this one that I'm actually shocked, as the Atlanta Dream are going again. Why does the Atlanta Dream get every single turn? I don't know. That's just the way it works for one team randomly whenever we do these types of videos, and I think this time we're going to have to give them Florida. I'm like, that looking pretty good, continuing to get their logo boost, and we'll give them a 1 overall point to Ryan Howard, now up to a 90 overall, officially joining the 90 overall club, and keep on keeping on. And then there were, 7 teams left. So we're a little over halfway, but I feel like we're getting into a good groove, as we've seen the Dallas Wings are a team that's kind of taken over. Some teams are starting to put their stamp, put their mark on this WNBA Imperialism. Every team has had a couple of goes. Connecticut and Indiana, I feel like they've been underappreciated by the randomness of this wheel, but let's just keep on spinning and see who and what and when and where and why are gonna go next. I can't make an argument for anything in this, so unfortunately Dallas Wings gonna have to go twice. And I still can't make an argument for anything here. Like, I can try Nevada, but it's not gonna work. So I'm sorry, Dallas Wings are gonna have to go a third time. Please do something north-ish. Something north-ish. That'll work. That's almost north. That's Arkansas. Do you say Arkansas or do you say Arkansas? Gonna fill that out. They don't get a logo boost, but they will get a 1 overall boost, as Ogunbowale goes up to a 94. Ogunbowale. I don't know how to say these damn names. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be a good person. Wholesome, equality, 77 cents on the dollar, all that stuff. But the Indiana Fever are next up on the wheel. Finally got their turn. I was calling for it. Now there's a couple of teams they can take if they go south. There's no teams if they go north. So go ahead, spin the wheel, see what direction do they want to go. It's the Fever. Ooh, is this what I think it is? It's a play for Kentucky. That's right. They're going to be taking on the Atlanta Dream. You thought, huh? Nope. Gonna give them that territory. Gonna press this button. Gonna make sure that their overall logo boost grows, and the 1 overall point gonna go to Aaliyah Boston, up to 187 overall, right? Yeah, Kalia Copper is the player from the Chicago Sky. Continuing on and spinning the wheel, there's only 7 teams. Who's gonna go? It's the Atlanta Dream again. They're just going every other turn. They're like bypassing my rules perfectly, because I say you can't go consecutively. They're like, we won't. We'll go every other freaking turn. Literally can't go that direction. There's no states I can make an argument for them to go directly east. Atlanta, spin again. Ooh. I tell you what. If we look at Atlanta, like right here is where they started, and then you take a peek at the wheel, it's kind of got a little bit to the right. So we're going to say this is Atlanta Dream. at the Washington Mystics. It's gonna be a good one. Ari McDonald versus Natasha Cloud, Brittany Sykes versus Alicia Gray, Ryan Howard versus Ariel Atkins, Elena Del Don versus Monique Billings, and Cheyenne Parker versus Shakira Austin. The talent levels are pretty similar. It's just different positions. There's no like one direct matchup that's really gonna stand out in this one, but hey, this might be good. Maybe we'll even get one of those games where we can actually watch in the closing minutes as Cloud brings the ball up the other way for the Washington Mystics, kicking it to Elena Del Don. And highest overall player sets the screen. You love to see that from your superstars. Open, corner, 3 for Sykes. Bang! First bucket of the game is a 3-pointer. It seems like every single game, the first score is a 3-pointer, and then they struggle for a bit, and then they get an offensive rebound putback. Right? I'm not crazy, right? Here is Parker dribbling, kicking it. Howard now, highest overall player for the Mystics, has the ball. Or the dream, right? Misses the 3. Wow, long rebound. Howard grabs it, gives it to Parker. Parker now has 10 seconds left on the shot clock. What is she going to do? Kicks it to the corner. Screen, long 2, open, missed. And Washington comes the other way. Sykes dribbling the ball at the baseline. It's still 3-0. I'm just saying the quarters are 10 minutes long. If there's a WNBA team that's put up 140 points with 10-minute quarters, they definitely cannot start the first 2 minutes of the game 3-0. This is just painful, man. We're going into 7 minutes left in the quarter. We're almost at the point where they have to put in their first quarter subs, finally get the floater. 2 points for the Atlanta Dream, and we are hopping into Simcast. And wow, the Mystics are beaten down in the first quarter. 20-point lead here going into the fourth quarter. And there is no chance that the Dream are going to have anything. Their chance of winning was just a dream as they gave up 152. Wow, 25 for Atkins. 25, 8, and 5 for Del Don. Cloud with 23. Walker Kimbrough with 20. Tolliver with 19. And the only 20-point per game score is the highest overall player on the Dream. 22, 9, and 6. For Ryan Howard. The rest just wasn't good enough. And we're bringing over Ryan Howard from the Dream, 91 overall, but Elena Del Don is a 97 overall, getting her overall boost. And we'll make sure we go over to the map and say, unfortunately, the Dream have been eliminated, gone, as the Mystics have taken over all of that territory, leading all the way down to Florida. And we go over to the wheel and say the Atlanta Dream have also been eliminated here, gone from the wheel as the spinner gets thinner. We have 6 teams left. Minnesota Lynx look to be next on the offensive. And we'll go over, just take a quick peek. There is a chance they could take on the Aces. Other than that, there's a whole bunch of states for them to take, just like their other Minnesota counterparts. A lot of Middle America is open for the taking, and it looks like they're going to get a state. I'm gonna give them Nebraska. Just that's the most southern state, makes the most sense, and make sure that they get 1 overall point. Nafisa Collier up to a 94 overall, and we'll just keep on spinning the wheel. And who's gonna go next? It's just so funny seeing this wheel a lot smaller than what I'm used to seeing, as the Las Vegas Aces look to go on the offensive, and we'll just go right over and spin the wheel. Normally, I'm used to having like 195 teams, and this time we only have a few. And I'm just going to give them Oregon to get that out of the way. Oregon, however you want to damn say it. Boom, something like that. Aces have a solid concrete part of America. And Asia Wilson, finally a 99 overall. First girl to be the 99 overall. First girl to join the 99 overall squad. The first of many, hopefully, as we continue on. And the Indiana Fever are going to have another go. Good for them. And we'll just hop over, spin the wheel, see what direction does Indianapolis, Indiana want to go. And they're going southwest. Ooh, is this a Dallas Wings play? I think so. Another good one here, Erica Wheeler versus Crystal Dangerfield. Kelsey Mitchell versus Arike Ogunbowale. Kalia Copper versus Diana Taurasi. Natasha Howard versus Kalissa Smith. Aaliyah Boston versus Tiara McCowan. I have my money on the Wings. They are my new favorites. They are the team that I think is going to go all the way. I think they're going to take out the Aces. I think they're going to take out the Connecticut Sun. But right now, they need to take out this Indiana Fever team. And the tip does go to, let's see, who is this? Erica Wheeler. I believe this is the Fever. Dallas is in white. Mitchell dribbling the ball. Kicks it over to Smith, who kicks it and passes it. Interesting player. Whole lot of movement. Not a lot happening. Erica Wheeler dribbling, crossing over. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. We've wasted 20 seconds of our lives. Open 3 from Cooper. Copper misses. Ogunbowale coming the other way. Highest rated player, hardest name to say. You love to see it. It's just like Giannis, baby. And Enrique dribbling. Not having a whole lot here. Just clear, ISO out. And what is she going to do? She's going to work, goes right around, puts up the layup, and gets the first bucket of the game. We're just going to hop into Simcast because that was an impressive move from Enrique. And we got a good one here in the first quarter, going to the second quarter with a close game still. Going to the third quarter, and it's still pretty close. 15 points now into the fourth quarter. And I don't think it's going to get any closer than that. The Fever need to go on a run. Looks like they might. 13 points. Just not enough time for them to close out as they lose by 6. Got it close. 138, 132, but ultimately falls short. Enrique gave you an incredible 38 and 7. Diana Taurasi as a second option gave you 22 and 12. And Satu Sabali's been really good for them as a center. 16 and 12 for her. Wow, Kelsey Mitchell gave you 35 on 19 shots. Victoria Vivians gave you 29 and 6, but the rest of the team did really not come to play. As the Fever, I feel like they're missing a center. If they had a Brittany Griner on their team, they probably could have won this, but ultimately they fall short. Aaliyah Boston will be coming over 87 overall to steal the starting job from Satu Sabali, but Ogunbowale is now up to a 95 overall. She's quickly going to join that 99 overall club if nobody stops this lethal, this menacing Dallas Wing squad, as the Fever have been eliminated from WNBA Imperialism, gone off the wheel, bam, as the spinner gets thinner. And then there were 5 Mystic, Aces, Lynx, Sun, and Wings. And the Aces are going to be the next one on the wheel. And we'll just go ahead and spin it quickly because, I don't know, there's not a lot of teams. It feels like this is going a lot quicker than most of the other Imperialism challenges that we have played. Now, this is a Las Vegas Aces Dallas Wings play. This is probably going to be one of the 2 big matchups that are left. Let's see how it plays out. And this Aces squad is stacked. Kelsey Plum versus Crystal Dangerfield, but Chelsea Gray versus Enrique Ogunbowale is going to be good. Diana Taurasi versus Jackie Young going to be fun. Candace Parker versus Natasha Howard, and then Aaliyah Boston versus a 99 overall Asia Wilson. Who you got? Who you rooting for? I don't really know who's my preference right now, but I've been rooting for the Dallas Wings. If they win this one, they're probably going to be the favorites to win the whole damn thing, but the Aces are always a tough team to beat, as they do win the tip. Kelsey Plum bringing the ball up the other way. They have so many 90s on their team. They have great depth, great size. I kind of wish, I'm hoping for an Aces Liberty finals, but obviously that's not going to happen as we get a missed 3. Ogunbowale coming up the other way. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still in shock at how quickly the Liberty got whooped because they were just a really monstrous team. But here is Aaliyah Boston. Great size on her. And Ogunbowale just standing around at the free throw line, not doing anything. Here we go. Into the post. Nothing happens. Diana Taurasi throws the ball away. What are you doing with your damn life? And Candace Parker coming up the other way, dribbling the ball. Being picked up. Cameraman is drunk. And Kelsey Plum had an open 3. Doesn't take it. Whole lot of nothing is going on. We're almost a minute in this one. It is an epic 0-0 grudge match. 3. Bang! First bucket of the game is a 3-pointer for Candace Parker. And how will the underdog Dallas Wings respond? They're the underdogs in Vegas, but they are the overdogs in my book. The favorites, if you will. Diana Taurasi misses a wide open 3, and maybe this is why the Mercury lost, because Diana Taurasi is disappointing. Horrible defense as she gives up the open layup. What are you doing? Jackie Young just goes right around the speed burst. Taurasi, 39 years younger, however old she is in real life. This roster says she's 39. Not having a good game. Misses an open 3. Gives up a bucket. That's a 5-point swing. Diana Taurasi open there. Doesn't take it. Now Ryan Howard being picked up by Candace Parker. No movement whatsoever. The game is broken. Now they finally pass the ball. Dangerfield gonna get the screen. And shot clock. 3, 2, 1. Miss. Rebound. Wilson. 99 overall. Coming the other way. Kicks it to Jackie Young. Jackie Young, I thought, was gonna go baseline on Taurasi. Again, does not. Kelsey Plum accepting the screen. Going. Driving. Loses the ball. Dangerfield picks it up. She's coming the other way. It's 5-0. Dallas Wing looking for their first points of the game. And Ogunbowale for 3. Missed. Oh, Dallas Wings cannot score. And we're already into the 7-minute mark of this one into the first quarter. Kelsey Gray running out of bounds. Don't know what the hell she's doing. And she just gets around. I don't know what happened, but Dangerfield left in the dust. What are you doing? I didn't mean to make it this way, but it looks like we're going to be watching until the Dallas Wings score. and they need a timeout. I mean, it was not my plan at all, but these are right now the two best teams that are left in WNBA Imperialism, and one team is completely beaten down. Just a terrible pass on the inbound. I believe Ryan Howard doesn't know what she's doing with her damn life. Floater alert. Candace Parker, offensive glass, puts it back up, misses. Offensive glass again, misses again. Whole lot of missing going on here. Diana Taurasi coming the other way. Dallas looking to respond. Here comes Ryan Howard. Has an angle. Takes a shot. Bad possession. Still 0 points for the Dallas Wings. We're getting to the 6-minute mark. What is happening? 9-9 overall. Asia Wilson being picked up by Ryan Howard. Kelsey Plum now gets the screen. Open. Has her on her hip. Doesn't do anything with it. Asia Wilson, 9-9 overall. Puts it up and puts it over. Wow. Yeah, this is a beatdown. It's already almost 10-0. Dallas just cannot score. They're struggling to find any offense. They're committing turnovers, missing open shots. Ogunbowale, again, 3 missed. Yeah, I could have told you that. It was open. She was fading a little bit. The team is ice cold. She's ice cold. And now the Las Vegas Aces looking to continue to extend. Kelsey Plum goes right around the center. Too slow as it is 11 points to 0. That was a weird sort of layup animation, but it works. It goes in, and the Las Vegas Aces are dominating this one. How will Dangerfield and the Wings respond? Put the ball in the hands of your best player. That's Diana Taurasi. That's Arike Ogunbowale. Right now, none of them have it. We got a screen here. We have an open post. We have an open 3. Nobody's getting the ball. Aaliyah Boston just hogging it. Finally gets it to Taurasi. Has it at the elbow. Immediately gives it up for a contested 3. No surprises that misses. We are now into the 5-minute mark without a single point for these Dallas Wings. What is happening? And Gray dribbling. Gives it to Candace Parker. Gets the screen. Has the size, has the skill, runs out of bounds, but apparently her feet glitch. But she says, get that shit out of here. I think that was Ryan Howard with the block. Diana Taurasi coming the other way. This might be the first point. Step back, contested, jumper, glass, miss. Candace Parker still has the ball. We're now 5.5 minutes. We're going to get to an entire quarter without scoring a single point before you know it. Candace Parker goes right around. It is now a 13-0 lead for the Las Vegas Aces. Candace Parker is too skillful, too nimble, too agile, and the Wings cannot buy a bucket right now. They're calling their second timeout. I didn't mean to make this an epic will the Dallas Wings ever score a point, but that's kind of what it's turning into right now. We're almost a halfway point in the first quarter of an elimination game, and they cannot score. Another miss. Diana Taurasi, slightly contested 3, nothing doing. And here comes Kelsey Plum dribbling. She's got speed, she's got skill. Gray open for 3. Misses that, and long rebound. Taurasi has it. Taurasi's gone over, but the entire Dallas Wings team has gone over. Being picked up. Candace Parker puts up a little floater, and the Wings score. They get their first points of the game, finally. And hopping into Simcast where teams can actually score. There is a big lead for the Aces, but now it's down to a back and forth game here going into the third quarter. The Wings play really good in simulation. I don't know what it is, but I say that I may have jinxed them. It is now a 15-13 10-point game. Is there any chance of a run for this Dallas Wings squad, or will they be eliminated by the Las Vegas Aces? And it looks like they come up short. Final score 122-108. That first quarter really did them in. Arike Ogunbowale gave them a solid 34, but Diana Taurasi, another disappointing game. 17-9 and 10, 6 of 17 for the field, 0 of 4 from 3. Natasha Howard wasn't great. Diamond DeShields wasn't great. Their center play wasn't great. Satu Sabali gave you 9 and 8. Aaliyah Boston gave you 6 and 9. Nice with 6 blocks. Candace Parker had a really good game. 24, 9 and 8 for her. Kelsey Plum gave you 22 and 12. Asia Wilson, a strong 20 and 17 and 7 assists and 2 steals and 4 blocks. She was everywhere. And Arike Ogunbowale coming over 95 overall. Asia Wilson is already 99 overall. So this 1 overall point is going to Candace Parker, who is now a 95 overall. She's just a few points away from being a 99. And unfortunately, this impressive Dallas Wings squad does fall a little bit short. They have been eliminated as the Las Vegas Aces are starting to take over. And it looks like they might be the favorites. We will see how this plays out, but there's not a lot of teams that are standing in their way right now. I think maybe the Washington Mystics might have the best chance, but the Connecticut Sun finally gonna get some play because it's been a while for them. I'm pretty sure they have some overall points coming their way, but we'll just go ahead, spin the wheel, and I'm going to guess that that is Jersey, right? He has our Jersey. no size change at all, but they will get a 1 overall point to Brianna Stewart, now up to a 97 overall. And we'll just keep on spinning. There are only 4 teams left. We're coming down to it. The final battles, 2v2, but we got a ton of states to fill out. Washington Mystics going to be next up on the overalls department. We'll go ahead and spin that wheel and see what direction are the Mystics going to go. And that's probably Pennsylvania, right? Something like that, and like that, and like this. Deldon up to a 98 overall. And just keeping on. We're basically going to go until most of the states are taken over, and then we'll kind of get into this final 2v2 tournament that we have left coming. The Minnesota Lynx are going to be next as they spin the wheel. What direction does Minnesota want to go? And I'm telling you, that's going to be one of these states. Let's give them... I guess Kansas is fine, right? It doesn't really matter. There's a lot of states there. And Nafisa Collier going to be up to a 95 overall. She's turning into a damn good player, but she's the only above 80 overall on this Minnesota team. Minnesota likely to get their booties smacked. Next team on the offensive is the Minnesota Lynx again. Do we allow it? There's 4 teams left. I feel like we allow it at this point, so I'm not going to override that judgment whatsoever. They are going to go, and you read my mind. They're getting Wyoming, just like the arrow predicted, right? Yeah, that's totally it. Collier going up to a 96 overall. She's 3 points away from joining the 99 overall squad. Now, I won't let a team go 3 times in a row. So if it's the Lynx again, I will step in and I will override it. Looks like the Washington Mystics are going to have a go. What direction are they going to go? Because there's still, I'll say there's probably 10 states left, right? We got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 states left, 4 teams, if my counting is right, which is probably not. To me, this looks like Delaware. I'm in. Not a ton of size when it comes to Delaware, but just enough to give them a 1 overall boost. Deldon now does join the 99 overall squad, the second girl to join Asia Wilson, and we keep on keeping on, spinning the wheel. We're spinning the wheel, then who's gonna go next? And it's the Aces finally gonna have a go. It seems like the wheel doesn't love them, but their overall talent on their team is just so overwhelming that they can't be neglected. Now, I'm not sure we can go anywhere with that. I'm gonna say, listen to me on this. Just follow me on this, all right? Let's say we're the Aces, right? And we're just hanging out here. We took out the Indiana Fever. We're kind of like maybe a little to the north, right where the A starts. And then you get this arrow and it says, oh, go west. Well, that looks like an Iowa play to me, doesn't it? Look, I'm just trying to come up with ways to make sure that all the states are getting taken care of, all right? I'm doing my best. I'm doing what I can. 96, now a 96 overall. Candace Parker, second best player in the team. She's a few points away from joining the 99 overall squad as well. 4 teams on the wheel. Final stretch of WNBA Imperialism and the Connecticut Sun getting another go. Spinning the wheel. We're spinning the wheel. Which way are they going to go? I'm going to go southwest. I don't think I can make any argument for it's Mystics. That's it. There's no way for them to go southwest. So I think this is going to be the final play. Mystics will hand out the state overall points, and then we'll have our final battle of WNBA Imperialism. We are in the final stretches. I'm looking at this, and I thought I'd like the Mystics more, but I think the Sun are going to win this. So you have an 79 overall Natasha Heidemann versus Natasha Cloud. Brittany Sykes versus Tiffany Hayes. DeWanna Boner versus Ryan Howard, then Elena Deldon, 99 overall versus 97 overall Brianna Stewart, then Brianna Jones versus Shakira Austin. Like, the teams are pretty talented and evenly matched, so this is going to be a good one. I will predict the home team Mystics do prevail, but you never know as the tip goes to the home team. And here is Cloud bringing the ball up the other way yet again for the Mystics. Kicks it and kicks it. Open 3, Howard, splash it, baby. And I told you every single first possession of WNBA Imperialism is an open 3-point make. Heidemann coming up the other way. And what is the first play going to be run for this Connecticut Sun team? Looks like they're going to DeWanna Boner, who's dribbling, pump faking. She's looking like Nikola Jokic. She goes up, she goes around, and she puts it in. It's a 2-3 game. And we'll watch a little bit more of these final games as we get to the home stretch of NBA. Nope, WNBA Imperialism. I keep forgetting. It's okay. And here is Austin. Kicking it to Sykes. Kicking it to Deldon, who's a 99 overall, who has size. She's just shooting over and making it Brianna Stewart doesn't have the size, doesn't have the skill, and Elena Del Don is beasting and feasting right now. My voice went weird there. Pretend I said something cool. Brianna Stewart, dribble handoff to Heidemann. And what is the play? Looks like it's nothing. Backdoor cut, wasn't open. Dribbling the ball, dribbling the air of the ball. Heidemann gonna take a contested three. Don't know what that was. And she makes it. Wow. Was that a 3 or a 2? But it's a tie game, 5-5. And we'll go with the next score. Hop into Simcast. We don't need to watch too much because this isn't the final stretches. And we watched a lot of Dallas Wings not being able to score. Elena Del Don, once again, puts up a contested shot, grabs her own rebound, and she is just beasting right now on her own. Well, we're hopping into Simcast. Mystics have a lead in the first quarter, going to the second quarter, and it is a close game. Not a blowout, but close, not close enough. And it looks like the Mystics are starting to take over. 16-point lead here in the first quarter. Fourth quarter, 10-point lead, 9-point lead, 7-point lead, 5-point lead, 3-point lead, 5-point lead, 43 seconds left. We're going to hop in and we'll see if the Connecticut Sun can complete the comeback, but it looks like they're going to fall a little bit short. I thought this was done and over, but they're fighting hard here in the fourth quarter. Double team coming. What is Walter Kimbrough going to do? She kicks it. Austin has it, kicks it into the post. Atkins open, pump fake, kicks it out. Del Don going to get fouled, and that's smart. Give the ball to your best player. Let her ice the game. Brianna Stewart picks up her second foul. First free throw is up, and first free throw is misses. 115 to 120. Wow, she misses one. Does she miss the second? She misses both. Elena Del Don choking. Choke artist confirmed. And the Connecticut Sun, the door is still open. Boner gets the ball, gets stripped. And they're going to have to foul. That was pretty much game. Boner, if she could make that bucket, would have cut it to a single possession game. And now the free throws are starting to go in for the Washington Mystics. It looks like it is all over. How will the Sun respond? 22 seconds left, down by 7. Inbound play goes to Allen, shoots the 3, miss. And Cloud grabs the rebound. And the Mystic Sun, or the Connecticut Sun, have lost to the Mystics. They have given up. They've thrown in the white towel, raised the white flag. Elena Del Don was a monster, was a beast. 35, 8, 5, 2, 3 blocks. And then Natasha Cloud was good, 20 points for her. Ryan Howard was solid, 19, 5, and 6, 13, and 12. Just not enough high-level scoring for this Connecticut Sun squad. Tiffany Hayes gave you 20 and 8 in 22 minutes. Dewana Boner with that late strip really lost the game for the Sun. Brianna Stewart was not ideal. 24 and 9 on 19 shots just isn't good enough. Natasha Heidemann gave you 17 and 10, but unfortunately in a losing effort. And the Sun fought hard, but they fall a little bit short. Brianna Stewart, 97 overall, playing 1 overall up with her morale boost, but she's coming over. She's joining the team, and I believe Ariel Atkins, I guess, is the next highest overall player. 83. Because there's so many forwards, we'll give it to Natasha Cloud. So she's an 84 overall because you got 99 overall, Elena Del Don, 99 overall. You got Brianna Stewart, 98. You got Ryan Howard, small forward, 91 overall. So we'll give it to the point guard. They could use a center, but unfortunately, there's just not enough teams. As unfortunately for the Connecticut Sun, they have been eliminated, gone from the map, and the Mystics are the next team. How many states are left? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12 states left on the map. So I'm going to give out overall points. I'm going to say each team gets 4, right? So clearly the Mystics are going to take these in the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they actually only get 4 out of 5. Aces are going to take these. Yeah, let's divvy up this map. These 4 are going to go to the Minnesota Lynx. That seems fair, right? These are going to go to the Mystic. I know Rhode Island is small, but it still counts. 1 point is 1 point. And then we're going to have to get a little crazy here. We're going to go like European Imperialism, and the Las Vegas Aces are going to have Maine and then the rest of their connecting states. So those are going to be the 4, 4, and 4 states going to each respective team. That means 1 overall point boosts for each of those respective players. That means Natasha Cloud is going to go up 4 overall. So 1, 2, 3, 4 for her. That means Candace Parker is going to join the 99 overall squad. And the 1 overall point going to go to Kelsey Plum, who joins the 90 overall squad. And then lastly, for the Lynx, Collier is going to go up to a 99 overall. Good for her. Fourth woman to join the 90 overall squad. And Kayla McBride is going up to an 80 overall. We'll go ahead and continue on spinning the wheel. We're spinning what? I forgot to take off the Connecticut Sun. Hold on, sorry. Ignore that. Spinning the wheel. We're spinning the wheel. The Connecticut Sun have been eliminated. And it's the Minnesota Lynx that are going to be going next. And I assume, you just take a look at them, they're gonna have to play the Aces. There's like a chance that they could cut through Canada, I guess, but I really doubt it. I need to show you what's going on with the wheel. That's what happened. I'm sorry. As the Minnesota Lynx taking on the Las Vegas Aces for the final of 2 games in WNBA Imperialism. Time to determine who's going to take on the Washington Mystics. We got Lindsay Allen, 77 overall versus 90 overall Kelsey Plum. You got Enrique Ogunbowale, 95 overall versus 76 overall Rachel Banham. You got Diamond Miller, 79 overall versus Jackie Young. That's close. And then you have a battle of the 99 overalls, Nafisa Collier versus Candace Parker, and Natalie Achunwa versus Asia Wilson. Clearly, there's going to be an overwhelming favorite when it comes to this matchup, but you never know. Who did we see major upsets with? The New York Liberty had a huge upset. In the this didn't actually count version, the Phoenix Mercury got upset by the Sparks, and the Sparks only had like 280 overall, so anything is possible. Like that. Immediate turnover from Kelsey Plum. Granted, Allen is running the wrong way on transition, but it's all okay in my book because here we go. Minnesota Lynx. Miller, I don't know what's wrong with the AI right now. Everything is breaking. This game is broken. Nafisa Collier, 99 overall, has the ball. Open for 3. Doesn't take it. 5, 4, open, corner, 3. Splash. Oh, I thought that was a splash. It was in and out. Ogunbowale coming the other way, bringing the ball up the court. They said, Kelsey Plum, you're going to turn the ball over. You don't get to touch it this possession. Actually, no, she gets a good action there. Lefty, 3, splash. Okay, turnover, and then 3-pointer. So, you know what? You live by the 3, you die by the turnover. That's the way of modern WNBA basketball. There was I was going back and watch. Ooh, 3-pointer again. She misses 0 for 2. I don't know who keeps jacking up threes for the Lynx, but she is missing a lot of the shots. They need to get the ball in the hands of Collier because nobody else can make a shot. For whatever reason, when I'm trying to do my my announcer voice, oh my god, another 3. This is gonna be over. Hopping into Simcast, and ooh, it's a close one here going into the second quarter. Going into the third quarter with a close one, but now the Las Vegas Aces looking like they're starting to make their mark, but it's gonna be a close one. 85-87. Lynx take a quick lead for a second. It looks like whenever we hop into Simcast, the Lynx play a little better, but now the Aces are starting to pull away. Stuck at 93. The Lynx cannot score. 8 points, 7 points, 5 points, 6 points, 4 points. If they get within 1 possession, I'm hopping in. Here we go. Tie game. 106. The Lynx have a chance to take the lead on the free throw. 52.9 seconds left. What is happening? Powers, first free throw is up. And in 107-106, how will the Las Vegas Aces respond? Wow, I did not expect this. I thought it was going to be a complete blowout, but the Minnesota Lynx have culture here. That's why they've been around for so long. I don't know what happened. Nafisa Collier did not play defense there, and the Las Vegas Aces take an immediate lead. She's a 99 overall and got moved out of the way, possibly committed a foul. The Las Vegas Aces take the lead, 107-108. Lynx need a bucket here. Powers kicks it. Achunwa shoots it. Contested. Misses. And that might be game. The Las Vegas Aces pull it out. This is a much better game, though, than I expected. And now they're doing the foul game. Oh, 2K. CPU. AI. 100%. We have Chappy GPT, who can literally, like, design artwork and make it beautiful and just be everything that... Wow. 107. Like, it can make art, it can answer questions like a human. They're going to be writing scripts for Hollywood soon. Meanwhile, 2K, they can't even play competent basketball. Lynx down by 3, going to need a 3-pointer to tie this up. Or they could go by 2 and try to play the foul game, but they need a bucket fast. Time is ticking down. 19 seconds on the shot clock. No action is being run here. Terrible offense, terrible play. The Lynx had a chance to pull off the upset, but they're going to, ooh, for 3, tie, miss. And that is going to be game. Stokes grabs the rebound. There's only 9 seconds left. Yeah, this was actually a good one. For whatever reason, in Simcast, the aces were getting whooped completely, and the Lynx almost pulled off the upset. I bet you this is one of those instances where if we stayed in Simcast, the Lynx could have won. But unfortunately, they do not, and the aces pull off the victory. We're just gonna not watch the end of the celebration. 113-107. Wow, Uggan Ball will they give you 26-4-4. Candace Parker with 20-20 and 8. 9 turnovers though. That's not ideal. Kelsey Plum was okay, 15. Asia Wilson gave you 15-15, and Jewel Lloyd gave you 15-8. Looking at the Minnesota Lynx, 29-17. Monstrous game from the 9-9 overall. Nafisa Collier. Aerial Powers, 23-5, and then not a lot, but they came close. They just fell a little bit short. Nafisa Collier joining the 99 overall squad, the third 99 overall on the Las Vegas Aces alongside Candace Parker and Asia Wilson. And then Kelsey Plum gets the 1 overall boost up to a 91 overall. Pretty monstrous team. And unfortunately, Minnesota almost pulled off the major, huge upset, but they have been eliminated as basically, I'll say 2/3 of America is now Las Vegas Aces. No surprise, but the Mystics have a pretty good team and the Aces are shown to be vulnerable, but we will go over, pop the Minnesota Lynx off the wheel. And this is it for all the marbles of the final team. So whoever wins this spin kind of loses. They're going to be the away team. They're going to be on the offensive trying to take over the other team. So whoever quote unquote loses the spin is actually going to go on the defensive and have home court advantage. And it looks like the Mystics are attacking. They're going into Las Vegas and they're saying, we want America. The final match, the grudge match of WNBA Imperialism. You got Natasha Cloud versus Kelsey Plum, and there's a pretty good matchup there. 89 versus 92. You got a 98 overall Brianna Stewart versus a 95 overall Ulrike Ogunbowale. You got a 91 overall Ryan Howard versus 99 overall Nafisa Collier. Then you have a 99 overall Elena Del Don versus Candace Parker. But then Shakira Austin versus Asia Wilson. Huge mismatch for the Las Vegas Aces. The rest of the players and the rest of the roster, I mean, they're pretty similar in talent overall. I've also gone ahead and made this the final game of the NBA Finals, Game 5. Each team has won 2 games apiece. There's no Game 7 in the WNBA yet. There's just not enough teams, not enough players, so they've really shrunk the games amount. There's only like 36 regular season games, as was that Kelsey Plum with the embarrassing miss to start this game off. But here is, I believe her name is Natasha Cloud, dribbling the ball. And what sort of offense do the Washington Mystics have? So we'll be watching, I guess, about 5 minutes into the first quarter. Hopefully it's not going to be like 11-0 as it was with the Dallas Wings. And then we'll watch the final 5 minutes. Maybe it's going to be fun as Elena Del Don puts up the layup, makes a great basket and gives the Mystics an early 2-0 lead. And here comes Plum and the Las Vegas Aces. Now there's a lot of 99 overalls on their team, so I expect them to win, but they seem like they can be beaten when it comes to Simcast. And Collier doesn't take the 3 there. It seems like they can be beaten when Ogunbowale is taking step back 3s, but never mind. She splashes, baby, and Ogunbowale looking mean. 3-2 lead for the Las Vegas Aces. Is my voice going already? We just started this game. I'm gonna drink some tea. I highly recommend everybody out there right now. Have you drank water today? I don't think you have. Go and take a sip of water. I'll take it right now as Elena Del Don is stuck in the post. She traveled there, by the way. Ah, beautiful tea for the throat. One thing you learn about recording is that your throat is going to die every single time you record, unless you're like 12 years old and you have those super genes that kids have. Anyway, another 3. Oh my God. Wow, is that Ogunbowale again? She's just monstrous now, dominating from the 3-point line. This Las Vegas Aces squad is splashing from 3. They're playing the D, and they're going to win this whole damn thing. Brianna Stewart gets stripped. Who's got the ball? It's bouncing around, and Elena Del Don does pick it up. Rejects the screen, pulls up from 2, misses. This Mystic squad is struggling to find their offense right now as the Aces are coming the other way with a 4-point lead. 7.5 minutes left in this one. Well, it's like 7:50, whatever. Another screen, but they're going into the post. Asia Wilson, huge size advantage, 9-9 overall. Takes a tough step back, though. Her fading jumper. That was not the right shot when you have a 99 overall center on their point guard. But Ryan Howard now has the ball. Driving, dribbling, probing the defense. Doesn't find anything, and Cloud gonna reset the offense. This play sucks because they set a double screen that they don't pass to, and then it's just a dribble handoff to somebody where nothing happens. Now it's a contested 3. In and out. Elena Del Don tries to fight for the offensive rebound, but Candace Parker brings it up, and Ogunbowale open for three again, doesn't take it this time. But Ryan Howard not playing great defense, and the first foul of the game goes on Stone Cold Steve Austin. That is the center for the Mystics, the like 78 overall. I don't know who she is. The Mystics have a glaring hole at the center position. That is their only point of weakness. The rest of their team that they've assembled throughout this WNBA Imperialism experience is pretty good. This play sucks. 4, 3, 2, 1. Kelsey Plum, bang! Long two, and it is already a 6-point lead for the Las Vegas Aces. This Mystics squad needs to respond on the offensive end. Remember, this is a single elimination game. There's no 5-game series. There's no chance of coming back down 3-2. You have to win this game now. Cloud kicks it, Stewart shoots it, and splash! That's just what the Mystics need, as it's a 5 to 8 game. Brianna Stewart with the stroke. And how will the Las Vegas Aces look to build upon their lead? 6.5 minutes left in the first quarter, and we'll probably go maybe 2 more made baskets, depending on how the 2K23 AI goes. Here we go. Collier kicks it. Ogunbowale dribbles, probes, elbow, jumper, miss, offensive rebound. Ooh, wow. I thought the Aces was gonna pick that up. I guess not though. Brianna Stewart dribbling, shooting, floater, rims in and out. Tough shot, tough break for Brianna Stewart, but it's a pretty competitive game here. 5 to 8 in the first quarter. Wow, Kelsey Plum just gets it to Candace Parker, who is right under the basket. It doesn't matter how good of a defender you are. When you're literally a foot away from the basket, you're gonna make it. And the Las Vegas Aces have doubled up. The Washington Mystics 5 to 10. Brianna Stewart looking to respond, and she goes right around, but then doesn't take the angle. Open three though for Cloud. Splash! And it's 8 to 10 now for the Mystics versus the Aces. Game 5 of WNBA Finals. Final game of NBA Imperialism. And we're hopping to Simcast, and look at this scoreboard. The Aces are dominating the first quarter. And we'll go into the second quarter. Still domination. Mystics are looking to bite into this lead. 9-point deficit here going into a halftime, and it is a blowout, dominating game. Down to 12, down to 15. Not great at all for the Mystics. They're struggling to find some offense. Gave up 40 points there in the third quarter, but a little bit of a comeback here. 9-point game, 11-point game. I'll hop in if it gets single digits. 9-point game, 11-point game, 13-point game, 11. Come on, Mystics, do something for me. Go on a little bit of a run. They can't do anything. And it looks like this Mystic squad is going to fall short. We'll just hop in for the final 2.5 minutes. Unfortunate, underwhelming, but the Las Vegas Aces were just too good for every single team in WA Imperialism. I mean, they have 99 overall Nafisa Collier. They have 99 overall Asia Wilson, who was the first 99 overall in the game. They have a 99 overall Kelsey Parker. They got a good point guard in Kelsey Plum, and then they picked up a, I believe, 95 overall Arike Ogunbowale. So I can understand why a team with like Ryan Howard as their wow. Kelsey Plum just moved her out of the way. Look at the strength. Looking like who? Who's got this muscle? She's looking like LeBron James out there. Just pushes Walker Kimbrough. That's tough, and this one's going to come down to it. 118-103. Tough break for the Mystics, and the Las Vegas Aces continue to be the best WNBA team in the league. I thought the New York Liberty were going to give them a run for their money, but they just, I don't know what happened. Some teams, like, they struggle really bad. Ryan Howard gets around, puts up the layup. Good play from Howard. It kind of took the entirety of the shot clock, and time is not on the Washington Mystics side. They need to get some turnovers and get some threes rather than run this offense that they're doing. But Ogunbowale probing the defense, had an open quarter three, didn't take it. Yeah, like WNBA Imperialism had a lot of upsets going on, and it was weird. The Mercury and the Liberty just could not. Wow, yeah, that's gonna be game. We'll just hop into the ceremony. They could not get anything going, and they lost way too early, as here we go. Final minutes and final seconds of the last game. Wow, it's a 19-point beatdown. Normally, the final games are closer, but this one was not. Las Vegas Aces, best team in the WNBA. The game is broken. Please just run out the clock. I'm killing time. 10 seconds until we can see the championship celebration for the best team and the winners of WNBA Imperialism in 2023. And there you have it. The fans go wild. Kelsey Plum heaves the ball backwards. and the Mystics fall just a little bit short. Asia Wilson, hyped. Candace Parker, hyped. Arika Ogunbowale, hyped. 128-109 was a beatdown. And here's the highlights. Candace Parker played mean. Ogunbowale started the game with like 3 aggressive threes. Oh, Jackie Young, that's right, she's on the aces too. And there is the championship celebration. Because it's WNBA, the game really didn't care. There's no commissioner handing out the trophy. It's just people sitting around with the giant trophy. But maybe we'll find out who won WNBA Finals MVP. That looks like, I don't know, I couldn't tell. The presentation on the championship celebration for WNBA is not great, but Asia Wilson, the first 99 overall of the Las Vegas Aces, wins it. And you know what? We'll just go over to the map and make sure that everybody knows who are the true queens of the world. The Las Vegas Aces have taken over and they won WNBA Imperialism. That's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.